Hello everybody, I'm Susanna Kutzi.
And I'm Jasmine Reagan.
And you're watching
Mymirrors High School's Patriot News.
On Valentine's Day, students in a Florida high school faced a terrible nightmare when a former student entered the school with guns and killed 17 people.
Unfortunately, this is just another in a growing list of school shootings that have killed multiple innocent people.
Now the students from that school are speaking out and trying to get the government to change things. Some people are calling for tougher gun laws. Some are saying the problem is violent video games and movies creating a culture of violence. Still, others argue that the problem is a lacking of mental health care in the United States.
President Trump has even repeated the idea that the ways to stop these school shootings is to have some teachers armed at every school, because there is not enough money to hire armed security guards for all of the schools in the country.
Some big city schools have been using metal detectors at their entrances for a number of years. Other schools require students to use transparent book bags so that what they are carrying can be easily seen.
Because each school is different, and even classroom locations inside a school are different, and knowing exactly where an attack might happen is virtually impossible. Officials are struggling to figure out what the best options are to prevent an attack or stay safe if there is one.
Our reporters interviewed people on campus to find out their thoughts and ideas about school safety.
Because we have a security walking around. Even though they don't have guns, we still have locked doors, so that stops shooter outside, right? If security guards would carry tasers, maybe long distance, not just right there and then, because security carries around, I feel like I would be a lot more safer. There's really no need for that because we have security guards, we have locked doors, we have cameras everywhere, so they would tell us if something bad was going to happen. So
I'm going to get shot every day because we don't practice code red drills enough. We don't practice drills enough in general, and it makes me feel really unsafe. If we practiced more code red drills and if our security was at least armed, not necessarily teachers, but security, because they're out to protect us, and I just think it would be good if they were armed so nobody could die. No, teachers shouldn't have guns because anything could go wrong. A student could, even if they have safes, a student could try and get the gun. And not only do students suffer with issues or whatnot, if I knew my teacher was armed with a gun, I would feel unsafe because I wouldn't know when it would be used, and it would just scare me a lot. So
listen to all adults in the room. If you're in the classroom, the oldest one in the classroom is in charge, and you listen to what the person is doing or saying. It is a good plan because the teachers are defending us, and if one of the bad person comes into the classroom, they can defend the students instead of just standing there freaked out, but they'll know what to do.
No matter what your opinions are about this, we can all agree that it is a complex issue and things need to change to stop this from ever happening again.
Last week, our girls basketball team competed the state basketball tournament. Although they lost, they can still be proud of their great season.
Our wrestlers went to state, and Nancy Rodriguez and Yili Acock both took first place in their weight class, and Shandine Lago took fourth place. Great work.
The yearbook is going to the printer in just a few days. This year, Mr. Jones photography students competed to design the cover. With a variety of ideas to choose from, the students voted and picked the cover designed by Noor Mustafa.
And finally, on a lighter night, it is time for Throwback Thursday.
This week, we are introducing a new segment called Throwback Thursday. This week, we have this picture submitted by a student. Can you guess who the student is? The options are Jared Gonzalez, a senior wrestler and football player who enjoys being outdoors with his friends. Dominic Gutierrez, a freshman football player and wrestler who enjoys playing flag football on the weekends. Anthony Reyes, a freshman baseball player who enjoys fishing with Justin Meese. Eric Smith, a freshman soccer player who enjoys lifting weights and taking pre-workout for fun.
We also have a new segment called Theories and Things. Let's check it out.
Hi, I'm Jasmine.
And I'm Sophia, and this is Theories and Things. Is the government spying on us?
Possibly.
There are many ways that can be spying on us. There are electronics.
See, what if they're spying on us through social media, like Snapchat?
That is a possibility because you're giving a lot of your information when you're using those things, and so they can take that information from you.
And like when you first get the app, it to allow things like your microphone, your location, and like your camera.
Like another way that they can be spying on us is through like the Alexa and Google Home like kind of things.
Because like how they're talking to us back and forth.
Listening into our conversations and stuff, and there's like no way to tell if they're like tapping in on us, which is also kind of like a scary thing.
This dude bought a phone and it was tapped, and then he gave it to the FBI, and he hasn't heard anything back since.
Yeah, I feel like the FBI has control over things, so they can like silence you or whatever. And there's been cases where people have tried to like expose the FBI for tapping in, and those kind of just drop like
All of a sudden.
yeah, like you don't see much of it. And like something that came out was the iPhone X, which is another way that they can be like spying on us or controlling us because they have the face recognition, and so that's using your face. And so like what if they're taking our faces and like cloning us or something like that? Like it's extreme, but like it could be happening, you know?
Yeah.
And so like, and then tying in, this is kind of going to another theory, it's like the Illuminati, okay? You know, like
What if there's watching us and they're just observing our every move? And like, what if they're reporting back to someone else? It just goes farther and farther and farther.
yeah, it's like there, a big thing is that the celebrities and people like that are part of the Illuminati. And so, like, what if they're taking all of our information or whatever and they're giving it to the government? And I mean, like, if you look at it now, our president is like once a celebrity, you know, it's like, it's kind of tying in, it's kind of scary. I don't know. I feel like the government has a lot of control over us that we aren't aware that they have.
Can we trust the government is the question.
Yeah, it's like, there's not really a way of telling if they're spying on us, because if they have been and we don't know, there's like, how are we going to find out? Like, what kind of facts do we have? It's like, I mean, sometimes it could be good because they could catch like bad people, like criminals and stuff. But then if they're just spying on like innocent people like us, it's kind of an invasion of privacy.
True.
They should have a warrant and a reasonable cause to tap in on our. Do we actually have privacy or like
I don't think we do.
control over our lives? Like,
I don't think we have privacy. I don't think we're really free in America.
all right, that was this episode of Theories and Things.
Things.
Thanks for watching.
That's it for this week's broadcast here at My Mirror. I'm Susanna Kutzi.
And I'm Jasmine Aragane. Thanks for watching.